Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to the Thursday, September 26 General Hospital spoilers, Stella Henry and Tracy Quartermaine met at Gregory Chase's bench. At the time, Stella was still upset about the whole brunch issue with Sasha Gilmore Corbin and Cody Bell. Stella sided with Cody and Sasha after learning that it was their day off and came to understand the true situation. Stella forced Tracy to acknowledge that she had experienced too many difficult setbacks and was afraid that Cody would stop being a friend. In the end, Tracy recognized she needed to apologize to Cody and Sasha, and she was appreciative of Stella's friendship and advice. Following his conversation with James West at the stables, Cody also discussed Sasha as a member of his family. As passion flared, Cody and Sasha collapsed back onto the table, but Tracy entered and ruined their moment. Drew and Ned Quartermaine quarreled over the future of ELQ at the Quartermaine estate. With Valentine Cassadine no longer around, Drew believed Michael Corinthos ought to take over. Michael was drawn into the argument and postponed his appointment with Willow Corinthos to discuss Ned's proposal to lead ELQ instead. Willow appeared eager to escape Drew and made her way to the boathouse to wait for Michael. Upon becoming worried about Willow, Drew abruptly pretended that Ned was correct and departed to conclude their conversation with Michael. Ned forewarned Michael that Drew was a real Quartermaine and that he shouldn't be trusted after Drew excused himself. When Drew went to the boathouse to see how Willow was doing, she reminded him that she had advised him to stay away several times. Willow warned Drew to leave her alone since she had feelings for him that were endangering her marriage. Maxie Jones asked Ned to keep an eye on James while she attended to matters involving deception. James then started questioning Ned about kissing and why it would make someone unhappy rather than happy. James pondered whether feeling guilty and sad were synonymous, but Ned found it difficult to grasp his point. James clarified, stating that he overheard Willow telling Nina Reeves that she felt bad for kissing Drew. On Thursday's GH episode, James' news stunned Ned. Holly Sutton and Anna Devane were placed in the same detention cell in Jen Sidwell's camp. After failing to unlock the door, Anna attempted to deliver a last message to Holly for Robin Scorpio to deliver to Robert Scorpio. Anna acted as though that was how things had to be, but Holly was unable to inform Robert that she had left her there to face a terrible destiny. Jason Morgan would have to lose the card game in accordance with Sidwell's regulations in order for Lucky to live and assist Lulu Spencer. Jason had just enough time to inform Lucky about Lulu's failing liver before Sidwell momentarily left the room with the card table. Lucky had to return to Port Charles right away because Jason claimed he was Lulu's best shot at a match. Sidwell came back and enforced his regulations, which meant that Lucky was risking his own life in addition to Holly's, and Jason was risking his own life in addition to Anna's. He stressed that none of them would survive if Sidwell prevailed. When the cards were dealt, Lucky came out on top, but Sidwell was clear that their prior bargain stood. But if Lucky won the following hand, he believed he should win his freedom rather than his survival. Sidwell raised the ante and proposed that Lucky would continue playing to save both Holly's and his own lives after Holly was persuaded to come back. After a while, Holly took Sidwell's rifle and held it against him while Lucky managed to break free of his bonds. Unfortunately, Sidwell pushed Holly's rifle away and scurried to grab hold of it, as did Lucky. Jason, meanwhile, was taken to Anna's cell and acknowledged that the game was lost. Anna claimed to have tried to pick the lock on his handcuffs since she knew he would. Jason tried to calm Anna down as she started to get anxious. Anna gave Jason a hug and nearly made out with him, assuming that they would indeed lose their lives tonight. The sound of the door clanging nearby stopped Jason and Anna, but not before Jason lunged in and kissed Anna passionately. According to General Hospital spoilers, Jason and Anna will try to flee again shortly, but our predictions suggest that an unlikely hero will come through to rescue the day. It appears that Heather has changed since being on General Hospital. All of that was made possible by getting rid of the hip implant that had been destroying her mental health for years. That is the working theory, anyway. Or it would be if Portia didn't exist. As you can see, Heather's test results were altered by the good doctor, who raised her cobalt levels from 1.8 to 300. That isn't particularly nuanced. However, it works well. Furthermore, it will undoubtedly persuade others that Heather is a threat and should be kept under rigorous lock and key. In an interview with Soap Opera Digest, Brooke Kerr discussed her character's reasoning for refusing Heather a second chance, or whatever chance she's currently on. According to her explanation, Portia feels as though she possesses a deeper knowing that is constantly evolving, that perhaps the attorneys and other individuals who work on the case for a day or occasionally hear about it aren't truly true to who they are. Heather still poses a threat, even after Esme passed away. Besides, if you take out a threat before it's too late, what better way to handle it? However, Heather is actually far superior. While we cannot rule her out as a threat, she is unquestionably far less so now than she was a few years ago. She's almost reached a point of redemption, but Portia has torn it away from her. You can be sure that Heather will pay a heavy price when she discovers what Portia did. Alternatively, Kerr asked SOD, who would want vengeance more than a serial killer? The problem is that Heather doesn't have to exact her vengeance in the same insane manner as before. After all, Heather's more severe impulses appear to have been curbed, and regardless of what Portia set her cobalt levels to, they're still essentially non-existent. She was not someone who took things lying down, though, even before her mind became so twisted as to turn her into a serial killer. To sink Portia and the hospital in a sea of legal troubles, Heather only needs to pull a Rick and switch on her. It's possible that some residents of Port Charles will sympathize with the doctor, particularly if it's between her and Heather. However, Portia's future and career would not be saved by it. She has abandoned her promise to get better. She has also engaged in medical misconduct. Portia might lose her reputation, her job, and her medical license by the time Heather is through with her. We genuinely don't know if Portia did it to herself or if Heather would be the one to destroy her if that were to occur. Stella gives Tracy some advice on General Hospital today, Willow urges Drew to avoid her, and Lucky finds out that Lulu requires a kidney donation. Tracy and Stella meet at Gregory's bench in the park. Stella's tardiness irritates Tracy. Stella chuckles. Tracy argues that even though she is only 5 minutes late, they should probably reconsider their friendship because she values timeliness. Stella claims that she sounds like she's chastising a worker. Stella assumes that her displeasure is not related to her being late because of an accident. Nancy Lee Grahn knew she wanted to be on General Hospital even before she joined the cast. So, on a fateful day in 1996, the actress gave calls to Wendy Reich, the executive producer, and Michelle Val-Jean, the head writer of the serial opera at the time. Grahn remembers, "I said, 'Do you guys want me?' Fortunately, they succeeded." Having said that, she did not anticipate the gig lasting as long as it did. Grahn can simply sum up her experience in one word as she approaches her 28th anniversary: grateful. How precisely did she know that her desired location was Port Charles? "I watched it as a child," Grahn says. "Since we were an ABC family, I watched General Hospital, One Life to Live, All My Children, and Ryan's Hope." She was nervous on her first day on set, even though she knew the cast and the program well. "I was aware that the cast of a soap opera is a family since my days in Santa Barbara. After years of being my family, I was suddenly entering someone else's home. And it was crucial to me that I acknowledge that I am a guest in their home and that I respect that." She was getting ready to give birth to her daughter Kate, so the timing couldn't have been better. "I always say to people that General Hospital raised Kate and Santa Barbara raised me." What then is the key to her success? Not every soap opera character survives for almost 30 years, after all. Alexis is a lot like the women who watch the show, aside from the crazy drama, she remarks. She is a professional, a mother, and a person who values other people. She may, however, be a lot of different things at once. She is capable of being smart, dumb, sexy, and not sexy. At the end of the day, she will never bore you. Beyond that, though, I genuinely care about the viewership. She continues, "I'm concerned about how I make them feel, and I also get a response in return. I receive both positive and negative reviews. I think it's helped me stay honest in my profession and serve them by showing them that I'm giving it my all over the years that I've been primarily focused on them and our connection. And that has shown to be accurate even in situations where the stories being given haven't always been the greatest." When asked if there has ever been a story that felt wholly inconsistent with Alexis's persona, the expert responds right away. She remembers the 2003 plotline as the Did story where I was donning a wig and calling myself Christina. To be honest, I had no idea what I was doing, so that was my least favorite story. Gron has excellent reason to be a happy camper when all is said and done. She laughs and says, I've had my wins and my loses, but hey, I'm still here. If only we could find Alexis a decent man. Or a nasty man. All she needs is love, right? Anna and Holly are placed in the same cell. Holly claims Anna won't discover anything when she starts looking around. After discovering a short wire behind a cot, Anna attempts to open the cell lock. She finds it incomprehensible that Holly failed to assist Lucky in her escape earlier. Holly claims that she was unaware that Lulu was unwell and that she was only 2 weeks away from winning millions of dollars. When Anna is unable to pick the lock, she becomes irate. Holly is informed that she needs to tell Robert to tell Robin how much she loves her when she gets out of here. Since Holly is unable to inform Robert that she abandoned her here to perish, Holly brands her a bitch. Since she and Jason must perish in order for Lulu to survive, Anna sees no other option. Sidwell returns to the game, but he has to go since he has to tend to something. In case they try anything foolish, he informs them that armed guards would be present outside. Lucky queries the purpose of Jason and Anna's presence. According to Jason, they arrived to bring him home because Lulu was experiencing a medical emergency and required a liver transplant. Lucky needs to go home because he's Lulu's greatest chance. When Sidwell and his men get back, he can't wait to start playing. Jason is defeated by Sidwell in the opening round. Sidwell places a call to the guards, instructing them to bring Holly back and take Jason to the jail. He says Jason should send his compliments to Anna and that Holly always wins. Once Jason is taken away, Sidwell informs Lucky that he will not be leaving either. Holly remembers when Anna, the former wife of Robert, came back in their cell. She was threatening Holly. Anna claims she could never really understand Holly's ability to make Robert happy, but she could always see it. Holly is aware that Robert would never be content with her passing and that she is unable to return to inform him that she abandoned Anna to die here. As one of the guards pulls Holly off, another brings Jason into their cell and attacks him. Holly is instructed by Anna to deliver the message to Robert. Jason informs Anna that he failed, and Anna anticipated that he would. When they return, Jason and Anna try to devise a way to remove the guards. She tries to pry open the clasp on his handcuffs, but her wire breaks too easily. Anna loses patience and gives up trying to crack the lock. Though Jason tries to reassure her, Anna thinks they are going to die and that this is it. They almost share a kiss as she throws her arms around him, but they can hear the guards approaching. She gives Jason a kiss in return when he suddenly draws her into a kiss. Sidwell wants to play the game again when they go back to the game room. Lucky is hoping for something from it. Lucky claims that he will be released if he prevails. After Holly is brought back inside, Sidwell gives his soldiers the order to escort Jason and Anna outside to the courtyard. Sidwell informs Lucky that he is correct and that their terms ought to be reset. Holly survives as long as Lucky continues to win, according to him. They both pass away after Lucky loses. Holly gets upset with Sidwell for involving her in this game and slaps him. He seizes her and admits that he had known she was pursuing the jewels the entire time. Holly tells Lucky to release himself as she uses their closeness to seize his rifle. Lucky had already done so, but Sidwell then smashes the gun out of Holly's grasp, causing both Lucky and Sidwell to lunge after it. Next on General Hospital, Sidwell tells Lucky, "I can never tell when you are bluffing," while holding a knife to Holly's side. Tracy is warned by Cody that if she leaves, then he will follow. Lucy queries Martin as to why she hasn't received a call. Diane and Robert grab dinner together. Carly is informed by Brennan that he has done his part and that it is now up to her and him. Martin is told by Sunny, "I would hope that you would make that happen." To sink Portia in the hospital in a sea of legal troubles, Heather only needs to pull a Rick and switch on her. It's possible that some residents of Port Charles will sympathize with the doctor, particularly if it's between her and Heather. However, Portia's future and career would not be saved by it. She has abandoned her promise to get better. She has also engaged in medical misconduct. Portia might lose her reputation, her job, and her medical license by the time Heather is through with her. We genuinely don't know if Portia did it to herself or if Heather would be the one to destroy her if that were to occur. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.